So Luke's back this morning and he's got Darren putting a few more holes in his car. Darren's spent a lot of time getting rid of holes and now he's putting more back in it. And a lot of time spent doing these sort of things with these late models. Morning, Luke.
There we go, mate.
In the book again, mate?
Yeah, Bible.
So if you imagine every time we've got to find where a wire goes, we've got to work out where it's going to go. So today we're going to get these looms in. Where's our big grommet gone? So to get through the firewall, trying to keep it all a bit forward I guess, but these are the rear shocky grommets that go in the boot. They're going to go there, and then we'll adapt a wire loom type fitting to that, like a grommet onto that, so we can get through there nicely, and then Luke will be able to chop that loom up. It's pretty hard not to look at that motor, isn't it?
Alright, so pretty much we've got up to about here done with the wiring harness, so all the headlights, everything like that, have all been extended and tidied up. So we've tucked it up underneath, and then what we've done here, this pile of mess here, is what's going to go across to the other side. So we've numbered every wire that we've cut and then extended it. I've just got a dummy piece in there just so it lets me know exactly how far we've got to extend the wire. And by the looks of it, we've got to go about 2.5 feet, and she should be the front section done then. So I've just got, according to my count, 27 times 2, so what's that? 40, 50, 54 connections to join these wires up. So if we do that, we'll be good to go.
Good job. So that's why you have someone come in and do it for you, see?
Yeah, that's why I was saying to Darren, I hate numbering them, because every time I number it, I see how many connections I've got to make.
Yep.
So,
good stuff.
Yep, no dramas.
All right. So when we seeing you again?
Monday, if you...
Yep, I'll be here.
Yep.
I live here. I'm always here.
Yep, no dramas. Where do you want me to whack this so it's out of your way?
Well, we'll put it all in a box and then it can go in the container and then you'll know where it is on Monday.
Yeah. Oh no, well this is all in the car, this part.
Ah, just dump it there. That'll be Darren's job.
Yep.
So one of the issues with building one of these old cars is getting the parts. So with an XC, the grills and the dashes are a really weird plastic and really hard to fix. So this particular car, we've got a couple of grills. The one we're using is like a Rally Pack GS grill, the twin headlight. So this particular box down on the floor here we made to send it away to get the mouldings done on it. So it's had a couple of trips. We've done had the mouldings removed, repaired the plastic, and now it's back, and I'm just about to open it up and see what it looks like now it's all nice and shiny. So this is it, the big unveil. So Carl Mills has done this for me, and pretty excited to see because they're getting very hard to get a good one. So there we go, just like a new one. Have a look at that, Darren. Darren does a lot of our polishing here, but we had no idea how to get that off. Pretty special. So another part to go on the cupboard, so that's still got to be painted and a few holes drilled in it, but pretty excited about that, even though I don't look it.
What's going on, Howard?
Mate, can't be a good boy all week. Friday's pie day.
Darren?
He's a good
Pie
boy,
day.
he's got no sugar.
Two pies. Two pies, there you go. And I thought I'd join in. Except they got plain and I got mushroom. Got to be different. I had to be had to be different.
Okay, so one of the issues that we needed to sort out while we're doing all this wiring and stuff is obviously we've got fuel injection, you know, eight Venturi, and they're all nicely hooked up here through the one system with a cable operation. So the FG has a fly-by-wire throttle setup and we really wanted to use that. So what we've done is we've actually mounted the throttle body off the 6-cylinder, which have got a very strong motor that normally open and close the throttle. So we've remounted that at the rear of the engine and then chopped up the butterfly, made a new steel insert to go in there to take an arm to actually use as a mechanism to actually pull the cable, so that'll work with the FG, so the wiring loop can just plug into that, and Darren spent a fair bit of time making that locate correctly, so we can pull, and at this stage we'll probably just use an outer cable, we won't need an inner, and we'll just get an end put on that cable to make it work effectively. So we've been really fortunate, there's enough room here with the FG firewall back as far as it is. We've been able to mount that complete unit, make a plate to cover the top, so that's the actual throttle body in the middle there, and the lever on that will now pull the cable that will operate the fuel injection, the 8-stack injection. Okay, so those who've watched my page seen this car here. It's been here I think since Christmas, been messing about, did the big dent in the quarter, redid the boot opening. So I dragged it back in. I need to clear the place out and make some room. The plan is to take the 4-door to Summernats this year. So we've got 8 months, we've got a lot of work to do. So I'm trying to get a bit of work done on this and get it out of here. I was only doing the repair work, so I just got to get it in epoxy. So the rear's all done, and then down this side I've just started putting the skimmer bog in that. The damage on that was fairly substantial. It was a vinyl roof car as well, so it had screws, so we've had to weld up the quarters both sides. So I'll get a skim in there, get it straightened up, and get that out of here and get the doors back on it. And the doors are out in the booth, so I'm going to try hopefully get some epoxy on those today. And it's all about making some room because we need to get our act together, get this 4-door on track, which also means the Panelvan needs to seriously be thrown back together and put under a cover until after Christmas. Okay, so this is the van motor. So I've dragged it out this morning, uncovered it because I need to put the sump and all back on it. I've been dodging it for months now. So over on the shelf over there you can see I've got new water pumps, timing covers, all the gaskets are there, the Crocam lifters in it. It's got all the roller rockers and everything are there. Just got to make the time to put it together and give it a coat of paint. So I'm going to sit that in the bay of the van to make some room, and then the van will end up back in the front shed. With the van motor, it's going to be a nice little neat 351. So the van was a factory 302, so I found a crank, 351 crank and stuff to put in it. So I've done that. Got all the Crow reciprocal stuff, so nice new cam. We're going to run a solid, nice cam, similar to like a phase 3 type setup. New springs, it's got the roller rockers, which I had some, and the heads are a stock set of 2Vs with a port job, and the motor they came off made sort of early 400s. So I'm expecting with what we're doing with it, it'll probably come in at around the 420. Yeah, just a nice little one, and externally I'll paint it up blue and it'll look pretty stock, but obviously it'll make some power, which will be good. I had a nice set of headers for it that I can't find this morning, which I was going to put in the video, but I can't find them. So they're obviously hiding somewhere. That's why we're having a clean up, and I'll go out and show you the van. Okay, and as you can see, the van's in the booth taking up space, and I've got to push it in, push it out. You can see the gearbox is ready, diff's ready, motor's nearly ready, but I'm calling it. It's going in the front shed until after Christmas. Get it out of here, make some room, get this 4-door on the go. So as you can see, this thing's amazing inside. It's sat under a tarp for like 20 odd years up in Nyngan, and it's only got like 50,000 Ks on the clock, which I think is genuine. Pulled the floor carpets out because it had a bit of moisture in there, but it's really good. The dash fascia itself's really good. So we pulled the mechanicals out of it. The plan was to get it so it would run and be able to move it around while I do the body, but we're just under the pump, can't get stuff done. So it's a really great base to work from. It's just going to have to wait for another 8 months. So as you can see, pretty straight looking car. We've got the wheels sorted, ride height. So we've got some level springs, front and rear. Gonna have the Bilsteins, set of 18.8s and 18.9s with some nice Dunlops on there. And you'll see the engine bay, it was probably 90% stock and all in place. So it's going to be hard not to probably maintain some of that. So it's a power steer aircon car from the factory, and obviously that'll all stay, and my plan will be make it nice and tidy, but probably a little bit cleaner than original.